How much do you know about the Assassin's Creed game series? Very little. Hi, I'm making a video about it. Hi. I've become very annoying very quickly. 1-to-1 here. Let's level with me. It is, I think, all I want at this point in time. All right, friends and gamers. Am I like falling asleep while editing a video right now? Absolutely. It is 9:25 at night. I logged into Reverse to grab my dailies and realized there's 2 surveys to do. I've been trying to do more of the surveys, like, because I just haven't done surveys. And I love yapping about I love yapping about the things I like to hyperfixate on. Unfortunately, one of those things is gacha games, but also it's not really unfortunate because I do enjoy myself here. Anyways, it's a whole thing. But best place to do that is player interest surveys. So we're gonna do some surveys together. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, but we're back. Today I logged into Reverse, like I said, and there's 2 surveys for the ongoing Assassin's Creed collab. I haven't done a ton of it, so we're gonna answer what we can. I don't know why there's 2. I feel like I missed one. They also just both popped up, and there's different rewards. So one of them does give clear drops, and the other one doesn't. So maybe it's the same survey, unsure. I don't really know, but we're gonna take a little break from me being in the trenches with editing to do this. We have to be fast because I have a lot of overflow cellular stuff that I didn't use, so we have to be fast. Okay, so we're gonna start with the one that gives clear drops in case it's the same one. And this you have to fill out before August 31st. I am filling this out on the 25th. So survey time. Is it gonna open in a new window? Let's find out. You got the new mail survey. I clicked the survey link and it just, is it in a new window? No, I hit the survey link and it gave me the clear. Okay, so what about this one? Okay, that one works, okay. Or, let me fix it now. Interesting, it's like not properly, okay, hold on. Weird how it's not like fully working. Huh, I don't have a window capture. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Like, do have window capture, I don't have screen capture, and nothing's properly working. All right, give me a second, I'll fix it. All right, it should be working now. Okay, I'm pretty sure she's good to go. All right, now that we've fixed it, before we get started with our little survey, I'm making it abundantly clear. This particular video is not sponsored, but on that same note, I am a partnered creator with Reverse 1999 and will be receiving compensation for this video where I yap about what I like and don't like, which I don't think there's anything I necessarily really don't like yet, about the Assassin's Creed collab. Also, weirdly enough, my background like stopped animating. I don't know what happened. Anyways, survey, here we go. Let's play. How much do you know about the Assassin's Creed game series? Very little. Like, very little. I've heard of them, but haven't played / tried them is probably right. I haven't played them. I do know little. It's right there. The bare minimum. How much do you know about Ezio, Cassandra, and Alexios except the stories in this collaboration? So, yeah, it would be... I know nothing about them, but I have actually heard them. I've heard of them because of the collaboration. So it's something in the first half, because the second half options are you've played as these characters before. So I guess it says except the stories in this collaboration. So like, I think it does it not count? I'm gonna say it probably doesn't count because like the first time I heard of these characters, Cassandra's a little bit iffy, but the first time I heard of these characters was through the collaboration. It says the stories in this collaboration, so I think how'd you know about these characters? Did you know about them before the collaboration, yes or no? And the answer would be nothing. But the reason why Cassandra specifically is a weird one is because there is a character within Greek mythology, I'm pretty sure, let me look this up, named Cassandra, and Cassandra is the Greek mythology one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yes, I'm right. It's usually spelled with a C though, so different Cassandra. So I'm like, I don't think that counts. So technically it would be, I know nothing about them. Literally just everything I know is from I can assume things, but I know nothing about them. Which of the following best describes you before the collaboration? For question number 3, I have been playing Reverse 1999 before the collaboration because I know that a lot of new people have joined, so that's kind of the question for them, but I've been here for a while. I made my account within the first week of the game starting. I would have started on release day, but I was traveling. Anyways, next page. So question number 4, what was the reason that attracted you to the Assassin's Creed collaboration? I'm just here. I'm here. I'm looking forward to the collaboration story and interaction, that's for sure. We do have generous free bonuses, so I will say that. That one is also probably a thing, because I've been playing. So like I'm an active player of Assassin's Creed games, doesn't doesn't work here. I wasn't necessarily looking forward to the characters. In fact, I originally did not plan on pulling, and I got Ezio in my first 10 pull. So yeah. I'm always looking forward to art and music content within a game, so I feel like that's one we can say yes to. This is interesting. The special summon rules and rewards of the collaboration banners make it easier for me to gain limited characters. I'm not sure, but also cannot be one to talk because I got Ezio in one 10 pull and it was the free 10 pull. I also got another 6-star. I got a portrait copy of Semmelweis on that same 10 pull. So like, I can't be one to talk. It was very easy for me to get pulls, but I also don't think that was the standard, okay? I guess events and gameplay is a yes. I'm iffy on that special summon rules thing, because when reading the summon rules, like theoretically, it doesn't seem like there is like extra, like if you're pulling a bunch of copies of the character and doing the pay to play sections, then yes. It is generous because you do get free copies of the character after a certain amount of time. But if you're only going for one copy of the character, I think I was like a fringe case here. I don't think that everyone else got the character in the first time. I think that was like a special case scenario, not the norm. Okay. I think that's just about it though. The other, I mean, if I could click others, it would be that I'm just a reverse 1999 player and was excited for the new version, but it is what it is. So question number 5, where did you hear about the Reverse 1999 and Assassin's Creed collaboration? From Reverse 1999. So it would be, I guess threads and discussions on social media would count. Yeah, social media, you can select 5. So official videos and stuff, recommendations and collaborative videos from influencers or content creators I follow. I know I got mutuals posting about this, so I think that also counts. As well as, hi, I'm making a video about it. Hi. So I get online advertising. I think I've gotten a couple of ads like while scrolling on Twitter for the collaboration. So I think that also does count. Online advertising would count as well. I think these are all the places I've heard about it. Yeah. Question number 6. What do you expect from future collaboration? This is what we're talking about. What do you expect from future collaboration events if Reverse 1999 is going to collaborate with games / animation or other IP that you're interested in? This is why we do survey videos for questions like this that hint at future content in the game. All right. So what do we want? There's a couple of options here, and probably it's going to be all of the above. But there's 5 actually that are viable here. And the I'm not interested in collaborations answer, not here. I'm interested in collaborations. I think they're fun. More interactions and stories and worldview? Yeah, sure, fine. Interactions between reverse characters and characters from the other IPs? Absolutely. You know, they shoehorn Regulus and Veritan into the Assassin's Creed story quest. I think that's fun. I always love a story where Regulus is involved. I think she's fun. To experience collaboration content through Reverse's card-based combat system. I think that's cool, actually, because I love a deck builder at the end of the day. I love a roguelike, things like that. So the combat system in Reverse, I really enjoy as well. So to see, I think it would be really cool if we had other games, even like other deck builder type games incorporated in here. I think it'd be really cool. But it is interesting to see how they like poured it over, because Ezio's kit, the 6 different weapons and all that, you can like make different combos with the weapons. There's a lot going on with Ezio's kit, because there's a lot going on with his kit in Assassin's Creed 2. And so how they ported that over is really interesting. Next option, to experience the core gameplay of the collaboration game in Reverse. I think that just means to like, you know, I should not have done this when I was as tired as I am, because I'm making no sense. I really think this is just more related to the events, like here's your flagship, to experience another flagship event based on the IP collaboration. I think that's kind of what this is getting at. And Reverse events are always really fun. So, and then obviously collaboration, artwork, and story is always fun to see, because Reverse has a very unique art style to other gacha games. So to see the collaborations in the Reverse art style is always really pretty. Like the art they did for the characters for this collaboration was really nice. Next page, question number 7. What kind of content will you share with your friends or on SNS if Reverse is going to collaborate with games / animation or other IP that you're interested in? Hi, this is the question for me, because I love to yap about my little hyperfixations. So this is the question for me. All right, so I'm not a fan animator. We don't do that here. Screenshots of collaboration characters in gacha. I always take my screenshots from my flex tweets, you know. New character strength / mechanic reviews. You know, in the patch videos, we do a kit review. So I think that counts. That does count. Games, I don't stream. Game streaming, I can't check off. Official videos / posts such as new version / character info. I do think that counts, because we do the Twitter sweep. We go through the Twitter account and look at everything on there. See, in-depth research and analysis videos. I yap a lot, so it feels like in-depth, but it's not in-depth. I don't do research going into these things. I just sit down and I look at the kid. So it's not really in depth at the end of the day. I just yap a lot. Memes and reaction images, always a good one, always a good one. And I guess screenshots of the story and illustration would also count. Like, cause I mean, like I do video, but like to what degree? Yeah, next page. Question number 8. Which of the following? Ooh, yes. All right. We can only do 5 though, so this is gonna be hard. Which of the following anime/television shows have you watched and would like to see collaborate with Reverse 1999? So funnily enough, they do have the Fate series here, which I think that I've still not watched Fate, but if we need to throw in it, Girls Band Cry. First of all, we'll come back. We'll circle back, don't worry. First of all, if we need a 5th one, I might put Fate just to see if Reverse can do it better, because the Assassin's Creed collab so far is actually pretty good. And quite frankly, Star Rail didn't do a great job with the story part. I think Reverse might be able to do it better, but also I feel like that would just be chaos. First of all, it's actually second to first of all was Girls Band Cry. So real first of all, Free Run. We're just gonna get into it. We're getting right into it. So, we're just gonna speed run these. Doctor Who, have seen a couple of episodes, but not enough to be like, I would really love that collab. Fate, same thing there. Violet Evergarden, same thing there. We don't talk about this franchise. This is an absolute no, the one I am currently hovering over, and we're not doing that. Free Run, however, I'm not fully caught up with Free Run. I haven't been watching a ton of anime recently just because I've been on a really big like reading and audiobook listening kick. So a lot of my free time that isn't spent doing this is being thrown into books, which I'm not really stopping myself from doing that because I feel like it's of all the entertainment options I could go for, I feel like reading is the one that's like the most like stereotypically productive and like not necessarily frowned upon by society. So I'm like, like reading's the one like, oh, you're smart if you read. Like that's the one that people don't frown on as much as like binging a Netflix show. But if I read 5 books in 1 week, then what? It's the same thing. It's the same amount of content, but for some reason books sound better. So I'm not really caught up with my anime, but I love Free Run. It's just so good. Free Run is so good. If you have not watched Free Run, I highly recommend it. It's such a good time. It's cozy, but also like an emotional gut punch. And oh my God, I love Free Run. I think if Reverse did a Free Run collab, first of all, I'd be so excited to see the art for it because the art styles are different because obviously Free Run is like a stereotypical anime. It has that art style. It is cozy and all that, but I feel like Reverse could do some beautiful art for this. That would also just match the vibe because the Reverse art is also very cozy. I feel like the vibes would match up really well. Also, an emotional gut punch of a story. Reverse has got that down pat. So, I've not seen Natsume's Book of Friends. I feel like I've vaguely heard of it though. Madoka, I'm not fully like in with. It's been many a year since I've watched or like consumed anything related to Madoka. So, no, I wouldn't check that one off. Gintama, same difference there. It's been many years since I've interacted at all with Bungo Stray Dogs as a media format at all, but I do have to check it off because I think a collaboration with that, I think I'd become very annoying very quickly. Just so we're all, I'd become very annoying like real fast because I would just be real excited. Steins Gate, also I haven't watched in a while, so I feel like I can't do that. Girls Band Cry showing up here. I feel like they're planting something here because this is niche. Girls Band Cry is niche. I'm almost not caught up with Girls Band Cry, but I did see the first episode of this in a physical showing back in Dallas last December during Anime Frontier. They did a physical showing of the first episode, and I adored it. I love Girls Band Cry so much. Reverse 1999, if you are thinking, Blue Epic, 1-to-1 here, listen to me, let's level with me. If you are considering or in the works of doing a collaboration with Girls Band Cry, I will spend so much money during that collaboration patch. It will be uncanny. I will be so, and more so than with Bungo Stray Dogs, so annoying if you do a Girls Band Cry collaboration. It is, I think, all I want at this point in time after seeing it on this thing, because this is the last property I was expecting to see on this list. If y'all did a Girls Band Cry collaboration, I would be insufferable in the best way possible. So please, I'm begging, do a Girls Band Cry collab. You can't like shoehorn this into the survey with like things like Demon Slayer and Doctor Who. Like that's like a normal, like these are on the same level of popularity. They're not. I know that for a fact. So like, please, I'm begging, please give me the Girls Band Cry collaboration. I feel like it would work so well as well. Again, similar vibes. Oh, I would love it so much. I would love it so much. Because Girls Band Cry is like a cute girls doing cute things type anime with a little bit of emotional gut punch. And that would be so amazing for Reverse. That would make such a good event. I'm telling you. We have so many characters as well who are into music in Reverse. Think like the potential for characters to interact would be so good. Like Regulus especially. I know Regulus is in the Assassin's Creed collab, but Regulus especially would just be so fun. Voyager could be in there. Like this is all I'm gonna be thinking about for the next couple of hours while I go back into editing hell. I need this collaboration. Please, I'm begging you. Okay. I have not consumed media from the Detective Conan franchise in a minute. Delicious in Dungeon. This might be surprising when I'm about to say this. I've not watched Dungeon Meshi. I've not. I want to, but I've not. But I am tentative on checking it off on this list because I do think it would also. Delicious in Dungeon collaborations in general just end up always being really good. I've seen collaborations with the franchise before and they always just end up being like knock out of the park. Like it's a good vibe. And honestly, truly, if I would probably binge Delicious in Dungeon if they did a collaboration with Reverse. Like it would be my perfect excuse to binge it because I think it would pop off. On the other hand, I have seen a good amount of Spy X Family. I actually own Spy X Family merch. I don't know if I'd love it for a collaboration. Like it could be fun to a certain degree, but I feel like Reverse 1999 is very found family tropey. Like that's kind of a big trope with the suitcase and all the people in the suitcase. Like, you know, I feel like bigger casts, bigger ensemble casts work better if you're in terms of doing a collaboration. They're making the Assassin's Creed collaboration work when that is like kind of more of a solitary RPG single player type experience. But I feel like bringing in and having all these characters interact with each other with like Reverse and any anime with like an ensemble cast being like more than like 2 or 3, essentially. Like it's the found family trope for the most part. I love that trope, so I feel like that things like Girls Band Cry, Delicious in Dungeon, those work. Free Rent, Bungo Stray Dogs, even to a certain extent, it works. And it like has like they're very similar vibes with that cast. So Spy X Family does have multiple characters and a lot of characters in it, but I don't know if it would work the same. I think I would still enjoy it, but I don't think it's one I'd be like shooting for, you know? This is probably the only thing on this list that I don't know of. A certain scientific railgun. I'm gonna look that up after this because if it's on the potential collaboration list, like hypothetically, what if we did this? It probably means it's good because a lot of the things on this list are like iconic. Girls Band Cry is on here, so I need to look up the scientific railgun thing and probably watch it, put it on my watch list because if it's on here, I'm probably gonna like it. Demon Slayer is on here. I am not caught up with Demon Slayer. I'm not caught up with most of my anime, but I have seen a good amount of Demon Slayer. I don't know if I would love it. I don't know if it would work, if that makes sense. Like I feel like the vibes, because you have like this action anime with like there is like an ensemble cast in Demon Slayer that I think could work, but you have like this very action heavy anime and Reverse that is a lot more low key most of the time. I don't know if it would entirely work, and so for that reason I'm not gonna check it off. Ghost in the Shell could be good, but I don't know enough about it to like really get into that. ReZero, I also have never watched ReZero, but the idea of a ReZero collaboration does stress me out a little bit. Same thing with Evangelion, just because so many gacha games have already done that collaboration. For starters, Honkai Impact did one. I think Tower of Fantasy is currently owning the rights to Evangelion. I recently talked about this when talking about that Honkai collaboration. So similarly to Fate, if Reverse were to do a Fate collab like within the near future, I feel like that would just be awkward because Star Rail recently did it and didn't have the most success. Evangelion, I feel like might be a similar scenario. And I also am just not checking it off because I really want to check off Bocchi the Rock. Listen. I do love Bocchi. I do. I don't know if it would make the best collaboration, but if they did do a collaboration, I would be all for it. Next is Bang Dream, which I also think would do well, but I'm just checking off Bocchi the Rock because I'm annoying. Next page. Ooh. This is a lot. I don't know. You know, I really have no preference, quite frankly, but question number 9 is based off of my last answers. Which characters from Free Run would you like to see in a collaboration? I think, honestly, Himmel the Hero. First of all, we need Himmel. We need Fern, and we need Free Run. Okay, there we go. I really, honestly, truly, I have no preference, but those are the heavy hitters. We need Himmel the Hero in Reverse 1990. Let him live out his life here. Put him in the suitcase. Next page. Okay, number 10. Which characters from Bungo Stray Dogs would you like to see in a collaboration with Reverse? This one, I have no preference, quite frankly. I think anyone would be really fun. I care Free Run though, so I have to talk a little bit more about that one. Number 11. Which characters from Dungeon Meshi would you like to see in a collaboration with Reverse? All right, again, no preference here. You can see just from the amount of characters listed though, I love an ensemble cast. I really do, but no preference. Honestly, I think Free Run was the only one I had a preference on. Which characters from Girls Band Cry? Question number 12. Would you like to see in a collaboration with Reverse? Again, no preference. I just want the collaboration, my guy. I think it's, yeah, same thing with Bulchi. Which characters from Bulchi would you like to see with reverse? No preference. I really just want Himmel in the free run one. That's about it. Okay, so this one's more fun. Question number 14. Which of the following single player / console games have you played and would like to see collaborate with reverse? Obvious, first of all, I have played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the, obviously. I have the Tears of the Kingdom OLED Switch. I'm not currently using it anymore because I did upgrade to a Switch 2, but I did get that OLED Switch. I really like Zelda, but I don't know if I would want, just because it's not like a human, but we have like non-human characters in reverse, so like it could work. I'm not sure how I feel about Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom being in a collaboration with reverse. I don't think they'd ever do it. I don't think, like, Nintendo has a vice grip on their IPs. I don't think they do it. I say that and then click it, Xenoblade. It's a whole thing. We'll get to that in a second. So I'm looking at this list and some of these are did not expect. I just don't think a Zelda collaboration would work. If they did it, I'd be super excited and curious to see how they do it. I just don't know if a Legend of Zelda collaboration would really work in the world of reverse. Does this make sense? I feel like it makes sense in my brain, but I don't. On a similar note, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I have not finished. I've restarted it multiple times to do content on the channel, and every single time something goes wrong. Like my Switch breaking, or what was the other one? Oh yeah, my apartment flooded. Literally it flooded. So, I haven't picked up Xenoblade since then, but I love Xenoblade. All right, okay. All right. The reason why I've restarted it so many times is because I pick it up and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna play it on my own time. I just want to get it done. And then I am like, this is cinema. I need to do this on camera. I need to share this with people. And that's what happens every single time I restart Xenoblade. So I don't necessarily know if reverse would, like, it would divide well, but also I feel like the art styles have enough overlap with this very like painterly feel, even though Xenoblade is in a like 3D format as opposed to reverse being 2D. I love Xenoblade, and I feel like it's that cozier action-based gameplay, but with also an emotional gut punch. If you've played Xenoblade Chronicles, it gets you really fast with like the atrocities these characters, these children actually are being put through. I think it would go hard in a reverse collab because reverse can do an emotional gut punch, and I just really like Xenoblade, and I'm being biased a little bit. Okay, we have 2 different Final Fantasies on here, and I can't read Roman numerals, so I'm just gonna skip them. It's okay. Anyways, Persona. Would I love a Persona collaboration in reverse? I would, but every time, it's a curse. Every time reverse Persona collaborates with another game, a gacha game, it gets shut down. Like within a year, it hits end of service. And I don't want reverse to hit end of service. I really like this game. So I'm not checking off Persona because I'm not speaking that into existence. Granted, it is technically a collaboration. If a game collaborates with Persona 5, The Phantom X, before it was ported over to the US and globally, when it was only available in China, games would collaborate with it, and within a year, the game would shut down. And I don't want to speak that into existence. Even though it's not the Phantom X, I'm not speaking it into existence. Okay, all right, we're moving on. Expedition 33, I haven't played it, and I have a little bit of reservations against playing it more recently for the sole purpose that they, and this is a very small reason, and I think if I give it enough time, I'll probably like forget about it. But within the last couple of months, they being the Expedition 33 team, did a Steam bundle release with another game that accidentally somehow included generative AI art within the final copy of the game. So like also just entirely admitted to using generative AI in the creation of the game, allegedly. But also they did put out a statement saying that they did accidentally forget to remove it. But it's at that point, it's like, so is that like adjacent to forgetting to take the AI chatbot prompt out of the book you had at ChatGPT write for you? Discuss. But this was not Expedition 33 that did it. It was a game they did a Steam bundle with. So it was just kind of like, it was adjacent, but not like the thing. I think also they could do a really good collab. Like if Reverse 1999 were to announce and do a collaboration with Expedition 33 tomorrow, I think I would immediately forget about it and want to play the game again. So Yeah, because Expedition 33, for those of you who don't know, it's Claire Obscura Expedition 33. I think that's the whole title. I might be flipping it. It's a game I've had my eyes on since before it was announced, technically. I mean, I guess right when it was announced, because I saw it at one of like the big game streams and I was like, this is a gem. This is beautiful. This looks amazing. I need to play it now. Also, I think it's pretty helpful that Expedition 33 is a turn-based combat game, and I think it would port over to reverse really, really well for that reason. Xenoblade Chronicles is also kind of technically turn-based as well. There's like, it's not like a real turn-based combat game like Persona would be, but I feel like there's a certain degree of like turn order and things like that that could also port over to reverse combat pretty well. I am gonna check off Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know how you would do a Baldur's Gate 3 collaboration, but I am obsessed with Asteria on Baldur's Gate 3, as well as Shadowheart. Really like her. So I really like Baldur's Gate 3. So I don't know how y'all will do it, but I'd be stoked if you did it. I've actually have not heard of the Rusty Lake series. I actually at the same time think that might have been, there might have been an announcement for something with the Rusty Lake series at Gamescom, which was like last week, and I am kind of vaguely putting two and two together in the back of my brain. Ace Attorney, I don't know how you would do a collaboration with Ace Attorney. I'm gonna be so real, I can't imagine it, but I think this one I would be the least excited for, because in the last couple of like years, especially with Genshin Impact Fontaine gameplay, I don't know what it is. I just am like, I don't like this sort of like combat with the like the deductive reasoning courtroom combat. I don't like it. So I don't think I would enjoy an Ace Attorney event in reverse. That would just be like that. It would be that Genshin Impact minigame. Witcher, I think would be really cool. I don't know how you would do it. Persona 3, I'm not checking it off. I'm not speaking a Persona collaboration into existence. I can't do it. I think Elden Ring could be interesting. Maybe. I don't know how you would do it, but I would love an Elden Ring collaboration for the sole purpose that it would explain the lore better to me than Elden Ring itself actually does. Because Elden Ring is real vague about that lore. Atomic Heart is an interesting one on here because Atomic Heart is a sci-fi RPG that has gotten some heat especially when it first released, for being like really like raunchy and like, you know, like a little bit explicit. Like I'm curious how it ended up on this list. I really am. I don't know if I'd be super stoked for a collaboration though for that reason. I'd already talked a little bit about Final Fantasy. Octopath Traveler, yes. I've played a little bit of Octopath Traveler, and again, I don't necessarily know how you would make a collaboration like the story vibe, but I'd be stoked if you did. I can pick a fifth one, so I think I am going to pick for my fifth. Let me look at my Roman numerals, because if Final Fantasy, like some of the big hitters for Final Fantasy. Oh my god, wait, this is Final Fantasy 14, so the MMO. That would be ridiculous. I think this is 9 over here, because I was like, I'm looking it up because I'm pretty sure, like, if they did a collaboration with 9, I could vibe. I was like, XIV, that looks so familiar. It's 14! Final Fantasy 14 Online, the critically acclaimed MMORPG. I kind of want to check it off because I'm curious how they would do it. Oh my god, that would be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous. 7. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm checking off 7 because 7's one of the good ones. I think a 7 would be really cool. Don't know how y'all would do it, because that's the thing with the video game ones particularly. I don't know how y'all would do it, but I'd be really stoked if you did. Okay, next page. Question number 15. Which characters from Expedition 33 would you like to see in a collaboration with the verse? I have no preference, just because I'm not. Obviously, if they did male, I'd be like really cool. Be like, that's really cool, because my VTuber name and that character's name sound the same, and that'd be really cool. But I have no preference. Because also I haven't really technically played Expedition 33, so. Where's Astarion? Right there. Number 16. Question number 16. Which characters from Baldur's Gate would you like to see in a collaboration? Astarion! Give me Astarion! Shadowheart, and then who would be our last one? I don't need to select 3, so you can't do okay. Astarion and Shadowheart. I do think Will would also be fun. I think everyone would be fun, but I just need Astarion and Shadowheart, quite frankly. You can give me anyone else as a third, and I'd be vibing. Next page. Okay, which characters from Final Fantasy VII would you like to see in a collaboration? Again, I feel like this is no Tifa. Cloud. Aerith. There we go. Wait, Sephiroth! Sephiroth is on here. Okay, Aerith, I'm so sorry, sweetie. This is an assortment. All right. Question number 17 is the collaboration characters. Originally I was like, oh, no preference, I'm fine. Then I saw Tifa and it was over. So, Tifa, Cloud, Sephiroth. I'm good with that. Question number 18. Which characters from Octopath Traveler would you like to see in a collaboration with Reverse? I don't fully remember the Octopath Traveler characters, because it's been a while. So no preference on that, but I would love to dive back into Octopath Traveler if they did this collaboration. Like, if this existed, I would be diving in tomorrow. Next page. Question number 19. We can do this one. Which characters from Xenoblade Chronicles 3 would you like to see in a collaboration with Reverse? First of all, Uni. I need her lines in Reverse. I need them to be ported over. I think it'd be fun. Then Noah and Mio. I need them to be in the thing as well because I love them so much. Moving on. That's another easy one. Okay, now we're going back to the actual Reverse 1999 Assassin's Creed collab. We had some fun. Now we're going back to this one. How satisfied are you with the new character Ezio? Question number 20. I would say I'm satisfied. I think he's really cool. I think how they ported over his kit from the original game is really cool with the 2 different weapons. His kit is insane. It is a rocket science kit through and through. What is a rocket science kit? It's where there's a lot of stuff happening passively, but then when they write it all out and try to explain it to you, it's like, this is a lot of information. What the heck is going on? But in game, you don't really even notice anything's happening. So it reads like rocket science, but then in game, it's like totally fine and normal. Next page though, I'm satisfied with Ezio, I will say that. Number 21, did you actively try to draw Ezio this time? Yeah, I got the character, but not portraits. I did get, yeah, I don't usually pull for portraits, and I got him in 110 pull, and I was like, okay, next page. What was the main reason you tried to draw Ezio? I just wanted to try my luck, because that was really it. You get a free 10 pull on the character collab banner, and I got him easy. So I was like, okay. I do like his voice acting though, so I will check that off. I really like his voice. Anyways, next page. Number 23, what was the main reason you tried to draw Ezio? Note, please rank the options you have selected in order of importance. I didn't pick, oh, the options you have selected. Okay, so I was like, are these from the past page? No. You see, is this, that's not number 1. I was like, if it starts, it start at 5 or 1. So I was kind of drawn in by his appearance and combat. I think those are kind of similar, 1 and 2. The character's appearance and combat ability / lineup. I was intrigued by those 2 things, especially because there's not a proper survey trial for Ezio. I was like, I want to trial his kit. There's a lot going on and I would like to try it. I still haven't tried it, but I have built him. So I wanted to try his kit and there was no other way to do it. Then I would probably say story, personality, interested in Assassin's Creed series games. Just because I haven't played them, I am interested in them and probably will be playing them after the collaboration is over. I'm not a current Assassin's Creed player, so I didn't want to obviously that's my last option. Next page, number 24. What's the reason you drew Ezio but didn't get the character's portraits? I just don't get portraits ever. Please enter your feedback here. It'll play a very important role in helping us improve the game. You may skip now if you don't have anything to add. I really don't have anything to add. I just usually don't pull portraits on anyone just because I am mostly free to play and most, if not all of my gacha games. I did spend a lot of money to get Finon and Star Rail, but we don't talk about that. Next page. I just don't want to type right now. Okay, number 25. What factor influences you the most when considering whether to obtain a new character or not in Reverse 1999? I would love to say that it's kind of a combination of all these things, actually. I was gonna say I would love to say that it is totally based on meta and nothing else, but that is a big fat lie. I'm a liar if I say that, because it's mostly appearance and story. Quite frankly, I think story is the big one. I mean, I still consider pulling for Willow, even though her kit is kind of defunct, especially with the release of Ezio, because I loved her story. So I do think story does play a big part in it for me, but it would be a lie if I said that was the only thing. But I think overall, I always say this, I love a character that's pretty and lore relevant, and by God, does Reverse do a good job with pretty lore relevant characters. So I think story is a big one. Next page. This is a question for me to answer. Next page. The basic questions. So number 28, is there anything else you would like to tell us about your current in-game experience? I am not typing things, but I am having a great time in Reverse. Thank you. I sat here for 40 minutes talking about anime and other games that are not Reverse. I'm submitting my survey. It was successfully submitted. You're welcome for my time, Blue Up Buck. That was fun, right? I gotta do my dailies now. Don't look at my cells. Don't look at my cells. They capped and I'm fixing them. Don't look at it. That is it for this video though. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. Let me know in the comments down below what collab you really, it doesn't need to even be one that was talked about in the survey. What collab do you think would go hard in Reverse 1999? I'm trying to think of one that would go hard off the survey. That wasn't on the survey. I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of one, but I'm still floored by Girls Band Cry showing up on the survey. If y'all do I know, okay, you know what? I got one. Would it work though? I think it might, because if we're going into different universes, X could do something to make that work. We're gonna let Voyager play it out. I know that, was it Heaven Burns Red? Is that the name of the game? They recently did a collaboration with Angel Beats, and that is gut punch, emotional, cried like a baby. Definitely watched it when I should not have been watching it. I was way too young. Wait, on the topic of things I watched way too young, number 6, the anime. It's like a 1 season, maybe 2 season, like one and done anime that is so good. And I think it actually technically takes place in a more dystopian sci-fi future. So again, don't entirely know how Reverse would do it, but weird things happen. I still think about the bees. I still think about the bees from number 6. I would love our number 6 collaborate. Bring back number 6, the anime, through the Reverse 1999 gacha game collaboration. I would love that, actually. Or while we're talking about my favorite anime that I would just shamelessly want to see in a game at all, 86, same name, very similar, not the same name, but very similar name, and I would possibly die a little bit if they did that collaboration as well. I'm torn. Yes, 2 of my favorite anime end with the number 6. Don't know how that happened, but it did. I think either, but they're both like, they technically both take place in a more dystopian future, so I don't know how that would work with Reverse 1999. But by God, if they could figure out how to make it work, I'd be real happy. That's how I'm answering this question. But on a more like realistic note, Girls Man Cry. It was on the list. They're considering it. It was on the list. That's not me being delusional. That was Blue Epoch. They talked me into that one. But as always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.